Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We are going to continue our experimental rogue budget ladder climb. So let's just hop straight back in and queue up for another game. Okay. So I'd just like to remind everyone that I still have a free arena run sitting around on this account, and I'd like to hear some feedback about what classes I should play. I'll wait until maybe I hit rank. Do I want this? No. I'll wait until maybe I hit rank 15 or start running into a number of difficult opponents and need the pack. Well, once I feel like I need the pack, I will start. I'll do the arena and gain some more resources. Okay. This is an excellent start. I don't think I want to throw away the Bone Guard. If I play the Bone Guard, he'll be very much inclined to trade his Zombie Chow into it. I want to play it second, so there's a higher chance of it surviving. Okay. That's good. I will definitely play it now because for him to clear it, he needs to run this in and hero power, so it's quite expensive for him. Either that or using a Frostbolt. It's not a great. Never feels that great to use a Frostbolt on a 3-2. Well, that's nice to play. It's not too bad to play. Although I do have the Horse Rider to take out his Shattered Sun, and possibly tax his hero power or use one of the spiders. If I were him, I would use one of the spiders. So this is on the morning after the Legacy of the Void launched. I'd like to hear whether you guys have been playing it, what you guys think. Do I fan? Mages don't have that many things for me to fan, so I think I will fan. Just a draw, just a cycle, and I'll put this up to tax his hero power or take 2 damage off his Yeti. So what do you guys think of Legacy of the Void? I haven't actually pulled the trigger and bought the game yet. Honestly, for me, I don't make a lot of money in my day job, and I don't make any money doing this. I can't really justify the cost. I will buy it at some point. I will buy it if it goes on special. But I think the cost. Let me just put it in there. Check out the show notes. I'll put a link to the buy page. Buy a page. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll play this. I'll put a link to the LotV buy page. It's something like $50 for the whole thing. It's a little bit much. I mean, I don't know. It just feels a little bit much, especially for a franchise which I feel is very. The health of the franchise isn't great. It's not doing very good. Not many people are playing. You want to reach people, you're going to make it cheaper. I don't care if you're losing money. If you reach more people, then you can actually introduce new assets into the game. Sort of like art assets and stuff that you can sell for microtransactions, just like Heroes of the Storm. But if you sell the game at 50, and this is 50 AUD, I don't know how many people are going to want to fork out 50 AUD. It's sort of like you're making a bet, because the viewership community and the multiplayer community for Starcraft 2 is not great at the moment. I just took some very brief Twitch TV numbers as like an indicator, sort of like head checking, like a head check indicator of. Yep, I'll play this. Sort of like a head check indicator of what's going on in the gaming scene. Yeah. So as of today's the 11th of November 2015. As of about 9 a.m. this is when I checked. Fallout 4 is trouncing the stream numbers with 213k. Starcraft is a little over 10% of that. Maybe about 15%. I haven't done the exact maths. At 27k. Overwatch is at 10k, and there's a whole bunch of others. I'll put a link in the show notes for you guys to go straight to the Twitch directory and see the exact numbers, and they're really quite enlightening. Okay, I think I will do this. We're quite far behind in health, but we are doing okay in board control, but I'm just afraid of a double fireball. Yeah, so go have a look at the directory, get a feel for how popular the game is. I mean, if StarCraft 2 was sitting at 200k, sure, charge $50. Even then, I would cut it down to maybe 30, 40, but you're going to come out the gate with 50, and then you're going to give me a digital deluxe edition with some like shitty mounts and like some shitty borders. I don't care. I just want to try the campaign, and I want to try multiplayer. You're going to put a $50 gate on the multiplayer that everyone's excited to play. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. It seems a little bit, it seems silly to me. We're in trouble here. I don't think I can win this one, just given how much damage is on the board. Nope. We're done. So I'll just concede. For a game that's floundering, for a game that that's unfortunate, dropping back down to 18, but that's okay. For a game that's floundering, you can't come out of the gate with such a high purchase price, because you want people to try your game, you want people to try multiplayer. So either A, just charge for the campaign, or B, make it as cheap as possible so that people can make it 2 tiers. You want to play multiplayer? All right, $10. $10, get into LotV multiplayer. And I'm pretty sure this is how it works. Please let me know if it's different. $10, get into LotV multiplayer, try all the new units, try all the new maps. Great. Then you want to try the campaign, which is they've worked hard on, I agree. And then you want to get all the extra assets which you might care about. Sure. Another 20 or 30 on top of that, so it adds up to 40. But where's this 50 coming from? A lot of people play StarCraft for different reasons. Why don't you break it up? I just don't understand. I really don't understand. Pardon me. And you know what's on top of this? I think, reading from Twitter, I read from In Control's Twitter, e.g. In Control's Twitter, that they launched, Blizzard, the Overwatch team, launched 2 new heroes on the same at basically the same time that LotV was coming out. Now, I don't know what that says about the company. Maybe they're separate. Maybe the Overwatch team is separate from the StarCraft 2 team. But if I was head of Blizzard, like, would you really let this shit happen? Like, people can't even buy Overwatch, and you're taking away views, yeah? And it just looking at the views, it's okay. Like, it's not too bad. Overwatch is at 10k at Twitch TV numbers. StarCraft 2 was at 27k. But imagine if 3 or 4k of that went to StarCraft 2, because people are playing, streaming the new characters, trying them out, showing them off. Basically, it's publicity for a game that's not even out yet. You can't even earn money from it. But you have decided, no, we're going to do this. It just seems really, really silly. It seems like the institution of Blizzard is just pulling in different directions. Either that, or that they could not care less about SC2. I really feel that SC2 and Legacy of the Void, it's just like a bookmark, a formality. Let's just finish it off, and then we'll make some of the nerds happy, and then it's done. Never mind the rest. Never mind about the rest. And that's really what it feels like. They sort of garnered up some interest at BlizzCon. So I'll put in the SC2 World Finals link into the show notes. They garnered up some interest at BlizzCon, and they had a pretty good showing. What do I want to do? I'm going to be walking into Lightning Storm if I do this. So no, I don't. I don't do anything. I pass. So they pulled out a pretty good showing, and they had a really, really cool panel. So yeah, just follow the link in the show notes. Check out the panel. Day9 was on the panel. In Control was on the panel. TLO. a couple of others. Sorry for not remembering you guys. But the panel was really great, really interesting. The casters were great, very energetic, very cool. And then BlizzCon finishes, and then they go back to like behaving like SC2 is an afterthought, that it doesn't really matter. But you guys remember how this game sort of brought you onto the esports scene? Do you remember that, guys? Do you remember that, Blizzard? I think you should pay some respect to the people, and I'm sure there are people in the Blizzard community, like inside Blizzard, who care very much about Legacy of the Void and Starcraft 2, but their voices are being drowned out by the franchises that make money. Hearthstone, Overwatch, which is not making money right. Well, actually, it is making money because they're flogging pre-purchases, which is again something that I'm not a fan of. And you know, we can go into Overwatch being switched from free-to-play model to pay model. Boogie 00, Francis Boogie, whatever. I'll put a link to Boogie 2988. I think has a video on Overwatch going non-free to play. So Blizzard has they've obviously sat around the table and decided. We think that this. They've obviously said that we think that this franchise can make us a lot of money, and that you know, we're going to move away from free to play and just deliver a whole product. And there are very good reasons for that. But you know what bums me out? It's the fact that they represented the game as free to play in the media and stuff, and then they're just going to do a 180. And fine, do a 180, but like come out with your hat in your hand and be apologetic and say, sorry, you know, we did this, but you know, I don't know. It's just a little bit like maybe it's Activision's influence. So I'll put a link in the show notes to Wikipedia on Blizzard Activision. So a lot of people didn't know, and I didn't know until recently, that Blizzard and Activision are one and the same. Yes, one and the same now, because they form the same parent company. Like Blizzard Activision is the parent company, or Activision Blizzard, whatever. I don't really care about the specifics. Can I finish? Yeah, I can finish. Activision Blizzard is the same parent company. And you see the sort of crap that Activision does. I won't go into it now, but like there's a whole slew of like corporate commando-ish stuff that just, you know, give us as much money as possible. We don't care about customer experience. We're just gonna farm as much money as possible, and it's really disgusting. And I just get the feeling that the people at Blizzard, the bigwigs, not the creatives are still great, but the ones in charge of, you know, takings and earnings and profits and EBITDA and crap like that. Those guys have been talking to the Activision guys. You know what? You're screwing your customers. But as long as you're popular, as long as you don't go the EA route and you make Dungeon Keeper iPad and totally, you know, screw the franchise and screw the customers, as long as you don't go that far. But you see what I mean? You're going in that direction. If you're going in that direction, I have reason to be concerned. Okay, let me wind back a bit. Let me actually talk about the games, because I do want to climb back to rank 17. Yeah, so you can see it. You see how passionately I feel about, you know, this Blizzard's just pulling themselves in different directions. I'm going to tax the coin here. And you know what? There's another thing. Okay, so remember how they announced Adventure Mode? So I'll put a link to the BlizzCon keynote Hearthstone. Remember how they announced Adventure Mode and they were like, it's coming tomorrow! Well, basically not tomorrow, but, you know, it's coming in 4 days. You know why they did that? You could probably think why they did that, but, you know, I sort of mulled on this for like maybe an hour, and I thought, hold on, I know why they did that. You announce it early, you give people time to save money, because this is just what I'm frantically trying to do on my other accounts. It doesn't matter on this account, because I'm not going to be accessing the adventure anyway. But you announce it early, and you give people time to save. And And if you give people time to save, they'll just use their free-to-play gold to buy the adventures, and they'll not give you any money at all. So you announce it late, well, they can't save, and they're more inclined to spend money on it. Will you guys be spending your money? Because I'm pretty sure you guys won't have time to save either, just like me, if you're wasteful like me and don't look ahead and don't save up a ton of gold. Because I like to build I feel a need to build my collection to give me access to more cool things, cool synergies and cool whatevers. Do I want to push out strongly? This pushes out stronger. This gives me more late game. I'll save the card draw till later. Yeah, so even though the adventure is probably coming out tomorrow, I think ETA is probably about 18 hours, maybe a little bit more. It's 9 a.m. 6 minus 6, 24 minus 6 is about 18 hours. Yeah, ETA is about 18 hours at the moment. I don't think I'm not going to spend money on it. I think I will deadly here to... Well, no, let's do this. Oh, I don't even need to deadly. I should have drawn a card first. And it's not too bad to develop like this. I don't think a Mech Mage, just looking at his cards, I don't think he has Blizzard. I don't think Mech Mages run Blizzard. If they do run any AoE, it'll be Flame Strike. And it's not Flame Strike turn yet. It's next turn for Flame Strike turn. At the earliest, because he has to coin it out. And I wasn't paying attention whether he... What are you doing? You're going to kill your own guy? Alright, thanks. Thanks for clearing your Void Crusher. That's just inexperience. That's just not knowing what the card does. The Void Crusher is one of the most interesting cards, but probably one of the worst, unless you build around it. Unless you have like a deck full of Death Rattle cards, or a deck full of Dread Steeds. Because if you just have the Void Crusher on board, and he's like you saw then, he'll just kill himself if you hero power. I'm sapping here. Yep, I'm sapping, and I'm going to weapon up. That was a 7 mana player that I completely nullified with a 2 mana card, and I'm going to push in for a ton of damage. And if he plays it again, it won't have taunt, so we're done. Unless, he can Flame Strike, but it's still too slow. Yeah, this is some sort of like value Mech Mage deck, with the I can fix anything guy, and the yeah, I remember the cards more from their sounds. I'm sort of more of an audio guy, which is probably why I'm making a pseudo a Hearthstone-based radio show. Okay, excellent. We're back to 17. I'm very glad to see that. Okay, let's just go one more. I think I'll stick to one video today. I've got a lot of day job work to do, so I apologize for that. I usually upload 2. That's my MO, and I feel a little bit bad for not uploading the same amount of content. But I like to use the time. I was knackered from my day job yesterday, so wasn't able to push something out last night. So I'm going to do something today, even though, as is the case with anything, losing weight, gaining muscle, whatever, doing a little bit is better than doing nothing. 0.001 is better than nothing, and 1 is better than 0, although it's not 2. Yeah. So I hope you guys, understand. I will try and go back to regular schedule as soon as possible. But yeah, I did actually want to do this just to push the series along and really give ourselves a chance to have a chat about how Blizzard is pulling themselves in different directions and sort of shooting themselves in the foot, intentionally or unintentionally. This is a great card against Hunter, and I'm assuming Face Hunter. Yeah. What's another thing I want to talk about? I want to talk about card reviews. Yeah, so whenever an expansion comes out or an adventure comes out, you'll see all the major YouTubers do card reviews, and they're fun to watch and they're fun to listen to and fun to participate in. But with an expansion with so many new mechanics as League of Explorers, I don't think I'll be doing a card review until actually I have... Well, there's no point doing a card review until you have all the cards, and until you play with the cards. Because what is a card? Card review is just building hype. I want to experiment with the cards and become good with the cards. Okay, this is explosive. That's fine. Explosive killing one guy is fine. Not giving him a charge on the dagger is fine. Giving myself a heal and weaponing up is excellent. So we're in a very strong position. Yeah, so I probably won't be doing a card review. I don't think so. I mean, unless you guys give me reason to, give me feedback that you want a card review, it's just not something I'm interested in. I mean, you know, yeah, build hype, make videos for your channel, but like, yeah, don't really care. Okay, this is excellent. Always clear the shredder first, just in case a doomsayer pops out. That's not too bad. And I will build a big bloodsail. And I was okay. I'm okay taking the 4 damage from the shredder, because I was my health is decent, and it allows me to protect my 5 attack thing. This is like skill command every turn. Ooh, okay, that's not too bad though. He can play that next turn, so I should probably try and get some spells out if I have them. Is this more of a mid-range? Okay, that's still not too bad. Oh, excellent, that's exactly what I was looking for. Yep, so I can save some damage. And those are spells, so I did want to get those out. And I can use these 2 to challenge the LotV next turn, which is probably what he's going to play, given that he drew it from the Elic. Yep, there it is. And I can develop my Ogre, and I don't think he'll have too many answers to Ogre. Yep, Ogre. Again, I'm happy to use my health as a resource. As long as we're fairly even, it's not too dangerous. It doesn't seem like a full face hunter. LotV really signifies a mid-range. Face hunter finishes their curve at 3 or 4. At 4, you know, 3 in the form of Arcane Golem, 4 in the form of maybe Dark Eye, stuff like that. Don't know. Okay, I'll check for freezing. There's the freezing. That's fine. That's why you have this guy in your deck. You check for freezing. Because if this had gotten frozen, it would have been disastrous. Would have been game ending. Not getting the 6 damage in would have been game ending. But getting this to be a 5 cost 2/1 charge, it's actually still pretty good. Because if he drops a knife juggler, if he drops a huffer, it's still very much worth. So this guy is great against hunters, mid-range hunters, not just explosive hunters, but mid-range. Okay, your sap's coming your way, my friend. Are you gonna take 6 damage to face? Okay, I'll be much obliged to give you 6 damage to face. Sap. Sap is excellent, and I will swing because this is a health race. Every point of damage matters. If every point of damage will matter in your match, swing every turn. Which means if you swing every turn, which means that you'll hero power more often, which means you'll gain more damage value off your hero power. Okay, that's not a full clear. Okay, that doesn't do too much for him. But he's playing defensively now, which is great. You always want a hunter to play. See, he even has to use his bow charge to play defensively. You always want a hunter to play defensively. Okay, is that another freezing? I think I'll sprint here. I could die from nowhere if he has double skill command. That's a freezing. Not a bear, it's a freezing. Okay, so I definitely want the earthen ring to be popped by the freezing. Okay, there it is. That's a little scary. That's a little scary. Oh, you're taking a ton of damage. I don't have a second sap. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I think I just have to weapon up and start healing. Because he's dead. I don't know how much damage he's got. That's 14, 16. Okay, he needs skill command or something like that to take me down. If he doesn't have it, then okay, that's not quite enough. But it's not quite enough. But I can't get through that taunt. There's no easy way for me to get through that taunt. Yeah, so I've got to find a way to get through that taunt. I don't have a second sap. I don't have a silence. So this would have been a great reason to put a silence. Refreshment. I can clear that actually. I can clear. Oh no, it'll get bounced. Shit. It's not gonna happen. No, not. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get bounced. Let's just try it. Yep. Yeah. Given that if it was anything else, I could have cleared that and then gone face and probably ended the game. But we're done. Yep. That taunt was really powerful. Not much I could have done there. Don't have a silence in this deck. Really would like a silence in this deck. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I think I'll wrap it up here. Yeah, thanks in advance for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. I do this for the love, and it means a lot to me when you guys show any sign of appreciation. It'd be great. And until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is No Dust signing off.